How's it going, guys? We are back in another video here, and I gotta do my predictions. My bracket challenge to see how good I am, I guess, at knowing the NHL and how lucky I might get. Because, I mean, a lot of times in the NHL playoffs, a lot of random things happen. And teams you don't expect to win, maybe win. So let's get into it. My bracket challenge. Let's hop into it right now. All right, so here we have it, all right? So, again, I'm going to pick all the games and all that good stuff. We're going to start, I would say, on the left side of the bracket. You go left to right. That's how you do it. So, Colorado and Seattle. This should be a fun series. I'm happy to see Seattle in the playoffs. I think it's really cool and good for the city of Seattle. But I got to go Colorado. I mean, I think it'd be very silly to pick against the Avalanche. Yes, I understand Landeskog is not going to be returning, but you got to assume with McKinnon, with Rantanen, Nichushkin, Makar, I'm not 100% sure if he's playing game one. I know he's been having a lot of injury issues, but you got to assume he'll be back, even if it's not game 1 or 2. He'll be in the series. And I just can't envision a world where Seattle, the underdog, on the road, just wins that series. It'd be really hard. I mean, listen, I hope it's a great series. I really do, but I just don't think they're going to win that one. Then we got Minnesota and Dallas. This is a pretty close series, I find. Minnesota, I just feel that maybe they don't have the depth Dallas quite does. And the thing is about Minnesota, though, is Gustafsson has been lights out. He's been such a huge reason for them having that ridiculous point streak as well. I would say, again, it's a really close series for me to pick, but I would go with Dallas. I would. Just because I believe Dallas is deeper, personally. Again, that's just my opinion. Anything could happen, right? Vegas and Winnipeg. Now, this could be a fun series, too. But the other issue is Winnipeg just absolutely just backed into the playoffs. They easily could have missed the playoffs. If other teams played just a little bit better, I mean, they would have missed the playoffs easily. So it really was not a great season for Winnipeg in the end. They were like 20 and like 8 at one point. They really had a big fall off. So I'm gonna go with Vegas, though. Mark Stone looks like he might be back as well, so that's even more of a no-brainer. I understand the goaltending is a little bit questionable. You have Brossoit in that potentially against Hellebuck, a world-class goalie. I understand why you might be a little bit hesitant there, but still, I think Vegas is a better team. Edmonton and LA, another series where it should be really good, close battled, should be a great series, should be a long series as well. But I mean, McDavid, Draisaitl, I'm sorry, home ice as well for them. I just can't envision them losing in the first round after last year making the conference finals either. So I think with Edmonton, I know I picked all the favorites, but let's pick the amount of games now as well. Colorado, I'm going to pick in 5, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I think they'll get the one home win. Seattle, for the fans with game 3 or 4, whatever it'll be. Dallas, I'm going to say actually I'm going to say in 6. I think they'll win in 6. Vegas against Winnipeg. I'll say Hellebuck steals a game probably. I'll say 6 as well. I think Vegas will win in 6. I feel like they could have some issues a little bit with the goaltending situation, but I think they're just good enough. Vegas will just win regardless. Edmonton against LA, I got to go with Edmonton in 7. I think LA is a tremendous team, so this one is going to be very, very close. So we're going to submit that now to the Eastern Conference, all right? Boston against Florida. Listen, I respect Florida. They're a great team. Boston's the best team in NHL history in the regular season. They are not losing the first round. It's not a Tampa 2019. It's not happening. Boston is winning the first round. Florida's not bad. They'll give them some games, I do believe, but I can't envision a world where they actually lose. Toronto and Tampa, it's got to be Toronto's time this year. It just does. Tampa really not looking good in the playoffs. I understand they can turn it on in the playoffs. I just find their depth is just not there anymore. They lost Palat. They lost McDonough. Those are huge losses. I just don't see it this year. I just don't. Islanders and Hurricanes could be tricky. It really could be a tricky series. I'm going to go ahead and actually, this is going to be maybe a hot take. I'm going to go Islanders, okay? And the reason why I say I'm going to go with Islanders, Hurricanes have not been the same team since Svechnikov has been out, and that's a huge loss. I mean, he's their best goal scorer, I would say. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a close series. This is definitely a risk to say this is going to happen, but we'll see how it ends up going. I find, Sorokin is so much better than Anderson, I would say, in that as well. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Devils, Rangers. This is not even any bias. I mean, I truly believe the Devils are the better overall roster, so I'm going to go with the Devils as well. Rangers, the only thing that I really worry about this series is Shesterkin just being unbeatable. That's really the one scary thing of all this is Shesterkin and their power play. Rangers' power play is just lights out. So if Vanacek can be solid and Shesterkin's not unbelievable and the Rangers' power play is not clipping at like 40%, then I think Devils have a good chance to win. I really do. Boston, I would say, is going to win in 6. Florida, I do believe is going to give them some battles. Boston, but in the end, they find a way to get it done in Florida to win the series. Toronto against Tampa. I do take Toronto in 6 this time. I do. I don't think it's going to go 7 this time. If it does, then I fear for the Leafs. I really do, because I mean that's always a moment they usually don't shine in. Hurricanes, Islanders. Islanders, I'm going to say in 7. Okay, it's going to take all 7 games here, but in Carolina, the Islanders get it done. Devils against Rangers. Devils, I'm going to also say will win in 6. Okay, so we'll see. That could easily go 7 as well. The East is probably better when it comes to the matchup. So that's the first round. Let's move on to the second round. We got Colorado and Dallas. Okay, so Colorado and Dallas. I'm going to go with Colorado again. I know, again, it's boring. I know it's the same as last year. Whatever. It happens. Colorado against against Dallas. I just got to pick Colorado. I feel like they're just too experienced now. They know what it takes from last year to win the cup. And I just find Colorado just to be a little bit just better. Just a little bit. But not by much, really. So they're in the conference finals again. Vegas and Edmonton. I got to go with Edmonton. I trust them more than Vegas. So we have a rematch of the conference finals from last year. I just find that Vegas, I don't know. I'm not too crazy about their goaltending situation. I mean, I don't think Skinner's unreal either, but against McDavid and Draisaitl, you're going to need some pretty good goaltending against those guys. So that's my only concern there. Then you got Boston and Toronto, the rematch. But unfortunately, I still think Boston does beat Toronto. I know Toronto won the first round finally, but Boston is just too good in my eyes. So we got to go with that. All right, and then for the other series here, the Devils and the Islanders, I got to go with the Devils. I do got to go with the Devils, and the reason why, I just feel like the Devils' speed can give the Islanders a lot of fits. I could definitely see the Islanders winning the series, though, because against the Devils this year, the Islanders play a very tough style, and the Devils' speed can kind of be slowed down. But I feel like at this point, the Devils really wouldn't fear anything. I mean, in the second round of the playoffs, I'm going to go with the Devils again. I know it's biased a little bit, but those are the conference finals. Devils, Bruins, Oilers, Avalanche. But to the finals, I got Edmonton in the Stanley Cup finals. I don't think Colorado gets back 2 years in a row. I think it's Edmonton's year to make the finals here. I really do. I think they're just, I don't know. I mean, their second half was incredible. They're one of the hottest teams going into the playoffs. They almost won the division in the end, which it really didn't seem like that was a reality at a certain point. So it's very impressive how they've been. So I'm gonna go with Edmonton beating Colorado, and then Devils, Bruins. Bruins are winning this series. I'm sorry, Bruins are just. They're a different animal. They are beating the Devils 100%. I just would not expect them to win that series. If that actually happened, I would not expect them to win the series. It'd just be a little bit unrealistic in my eyes. Then you got Bruins, Oilers, Stanley Cup Finals, and I think the storybook ending is complete. I think the Bruins do get it done. They do get it done as Bergeron rides off to the sunset. One more cup for him, and that's really it for Krejci as well. They both retire, and the Bruins complete the dream season, and they win the Stanley Cup. I just do believe that this year it's going to be just too good for them. It's just such a perfect season, it feels like. So, I mean, I guess for fun, I'd say the Boston Bruins will win this series in 6 as well. So there you go. There you have it, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know what your predictions are going to be for the bracket. And if you guys want to be a part of my bracket challenge, make sure you are subscribed to my Twitch channel and you join my Discord. There's an info link there and all that in that Discord. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.